Hello everyone. So today what I'll be doing is installing this landscape lighting, and it's made by Leonlite. I've used their products before and have been really happy with it. It's been going on for 3 years with the same landscape fixtures outside, and we do have terrible winters and sometimes hot summers, so it does stand the test of time. So I'm sticking with this product. This is a lot different than what I normally use. This is actually going to really just light up the walkway. And this is going to be for my neighbors next door. I know that he comes and goes a lot and is very active when he's caring for his wife and the animals around and what have you. And we do get bears that come around, so I figure I'd try to do this for him. I probably won't do all 6 of them because these are 5 watts. Let's go over here a little bit here. And so you can tell there, it does use 12 to 15 volts. They're 5 watts, and the lumens are 400. So when you open the box, this is what you see. I actually already opened the box, but the lighting actually kind of faces downward. Okay, so it kind of shields the light from any debris or snow or what have you, water. There's also instructions, which is pretty much straightforward. And then you have the spikes that go into the ground, and then the stand it comes up on. All right, I do have some 16-2 wiring as well as this adapter. Now I don't plan to put too many fixtures, just enough to light the pathway for him. So this one's only 50 watts. Okay, and I'll go through that as I open the box, but I kind of figured I would show you this first. All right, so this is the wire. You just have to actually undo it, and at that point you'll have, these are wrapped in cellophane, but I actually took it out. So what you want to do thereafter is just kind of feed it through, and this is the male end, and then as you get it through there, so this is just assembling just the light fixture itself. Kind of want to, so then you can just spin a tube without actually kinking the wire. Let me see, there you go. Okay, when I get that all right, just hand tightening should be fine enough. Thereafter is the spike that goes into the ground, and then this one has a little bit of a notch right there, and that's where you slide the wire through, and then you can kind of spin it. Now at the same time, you can actually have to spin the wire with this. Actually, you should be able to spin on its own. Just trying to get it on pretty tight, and then that's about it. So I gotta do this for all 4 of them. Place the first light over here. All right, and obviously I have to get my weed whacker and start trimming some of this stuff. Shouldn't be too hard to bury a lot of the wiring, because it's going to be in the flower bed, and it's not really any place where people walk anyway. So I am going to shove it down there under the ground, and then obviously the walkway going up to the stairs is there. So, and he does have a front porch, but it's just actually this area here where it will be quite dark. So I measured from the first line where the first crack is, all the way down over there, right before their lamp there, and it measures about 22 feet. So I'm going to divide 22 into 4, and that will kind of give me a good spacing for the lighting, because these things are fairly bright. Okay, so I was able to space everything almost equal distance apart. You can tell where they are. Now it's just a matter of putting in the wiring. You can see, and then the last one is out over there. Sorry, I already got the first one on. Basically what I did was, with my wire stripper, I just stripped the wire just a little bit longer, so I have a little bit more wire to play with, and I just started twisting them together. Okay, so basically just like that. Now unfortunately I don't have the that's one thing I forgot to buy. So I actually have these wire nuts that I'm going to use, and temporarily, and just put them on until I get the ones that I need for this application. And to play it safe, because it'll take about a few days for it to arrive. I do have some electrical tape that I'll just wrap around each one just to protect it a little bit longer until I can get back to it again. Okay. So again, just tape. And again, this is just an extra protection for it for now. I think the ones that they have, the wire nuts, they actually have some grease in it. And that's mainly to keep it from corroding, but also allowing for a good contact. And I'm going to do this for each one, okay? So, yeah, then this wire you can bury into the ground, which is nice. So, I'll bury everything except for these, and then obviously the other ones as well, okay? Okay, now I'm on to the second light. And so this one's going to be a little bit different, but still the same for everything. I have my lead wire coming from the first light that you saw coming in, and I did splice it in two. So now this wire is going to go on to the next lights, next 1, 2, 3 more lights to go. In between, this is the wire for the light itself, okay? And I'll put them together. Now, I got a little bit of feedback from my other video when I did my fence lighting, and you want to keep the same polarity. So I guess there's a reason why they have, I don't know if you can see that, why they have one of the leads or one of the wires with writing on it. And obviously this one says direct burial. I don't know if you can see that there, but like, so I'm going to keep everything the same just to make everyone else there happy. The same thing goes for the wire itself to the light. One wire does have the writing on it. Does it matter? I really don't think so, but I'm just going to keep it all consistent. I guess that's pretty good when you're working with electricity. So I'm just gonna start this off like that, just tie it together and try to find which wire here. So this is the wire here. So just kind of want to bundle all the strands together and then wire everything, twist everything together. Okay. Again, I have this, and I'm screwing it in the same way I twisted all the wires together, so everything's kind of the same. And then I'll do the same thing for these. So here is the Whoa and How. It's actually a landscape outdoor adapter, and it only runs 50 watts. The beauty about this is that it actually tells you on here, actually on the thing, that if you're overloaded, it would actually shut itself off, which is a nice feature. Okay, so at running at 50 watts, obviously you want to run fixtures below that. I think, you know, I know when you're running power, the electrical power, it's usually like 80% of the total. So, which is what I'm doing, and I'll show you that in a second here. But it does have different modes: on, off, timer, auto, and this sunwise, which I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm actually going to keep it on auto, so it turns on and off as the sun sets and sun rises. So when I first plugged it in, let's see here. Let me try to. The timer was already the time was already on, you know, which is nice. It picked up the exact time and location, and I did check out the lights to make sure you hit mode, and then up and down to kind of move everything around. But this is so if I hit enter, this would actually turn on all the lights. Now if you look at over here, there should be a total of 5 of those bars for load, and it's only at 4, so that's a good thing. So I'm not adding any more lights. I got this specifically just because I wanted to run a small amount of lights just for the little walkway they have. So if I get up and walk around, and mind you, the lights are on already. Can't tell, so you can tell the lights are on just by looking at it. I don't want to bend all the way down, but you know, my hand's already lit there, and so on and so forth. So it's nice. So I'm actually want to check out to see how this thing works and looks. Okay, again, it's on there when it gets a lot darker at night. So again, small walkway. It's really straightforward. Now, what I need to do when the foliage hits is actually bury the wire. Right now, it's on the top of the soil. I don't want to disrupt any of their vegetation. It is outdoor. I'm not concerned. It is outdoor wire. Everything is bound together. I do have to come back and change the tie wire, the tie, the wire nuts or whatever, the ties, to an outdoor one. Okay, so this is just a temporary thing for now. Otherwise, I have the wire running behind the bushes and up over here. So let me see. Let me shut off the mode. I'm going to set it up for, it's got an eye. Let me kind of show you where it is there. It's blinking, just hit enter. The eye is actually right there. So this is actually facing inward to the house. The sun sets in front of the house, believe it or not. So once that is out, then it'll get darker on the inside. I would have stuck it on the other side, but he's got that little lamp over there, and it might affect the photocell. So I'm gonna be back later on tonight to see what it looks like.